Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, 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 and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where we proudly present to you the Planet Earth Show. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us today, wherever you are in the world, whatever platform you're watching on. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. We stand for world-class education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Our topic today is Sustaining Eden, Solutions for Protecting Our Planet's Biodiversity. Joining me is my dear friend and the star of this show, Mr. Roland Friedl. Welcome.
Hello, Dr. JACALYN. Hello to our audience. Wherever you're joining us. Great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, Roland. I'm loving those glasses. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, I changed to green glasses on this Planet Earth show, but we don't do any greenwashing yet. No, I need reading glasses, to be honest, since I'm 50, so the last 10 years, and I have them in different colors. I love them. They came from Paris. They're very affordable. They're very nice, and I have blue ones, green ones, red ones, different ones. So I always change them. I love that. But I'm not that fancy that Elton John. Okay, so, sorry, Elton, I'm not that fancy like you.
Well, thank you for that. You know, our topic today is truly important. We have another show on this platform, which is Coexistence and Sustainability. Every Friday, we talk about different things about how we personally can make an impact in this world. I think so many people are just oblivious to the fact that we have created what we've created here on this earth. And I'll give an example. I'm here in the South Florida area, and there was an event that took place, I think it was a month or two ago. It was a boating event where people came from far away and had their boats put in the water. And apparently there was a lot of alcohol, a lot of good times. And then some younger people actually took all their trash and dumped it into the water, and somebody filmed it. And subsequently, I believe they or their parents, I'm not sure, were arrested because you just can't do whatever you want. You can't dump trash and act like it's not your responsibility. It's all of our responsibilities. But people think that it's not my problem, it's your problem. It's the next generation's problem. And meanwhile, it's affecting the planet. And I'll just close with this before I turn it over to you. Where I live, it's been running in the 90s. You get in your car, it's 103 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's not even June yet. So the planet is it's heating up, but it's always been hot. And you know that. That's what you're going to tell us, that over time, it's not about climate change per se. It's just about, it's a hot planet.
It is. Yeah, it is. But there's a climate change, but it's not. But it's not human. It's not human driven. We are not God to change the climate. There was always a climate change. I'm here in an area, actually in the north of Austria, very close to the Czechoslovakian border. It's famous here for very cold winters. But I love the area here, especially in summer. They have very secret places, huge stones, and they have huge rocks and stones, but in an amazing round shape. And I did some research on where this round shapes is coming from, who took them. And the stones have always been there, but 23,000 years ago, in this area, it was really hot. And because of the heat and the chemical reactions, this shape of the stone was created. So it was hotter here many years. So the climate is always changing. But we can do something to give Mother Earth back, because Mother Earth gives us everything for free: fresh air, clean water, animals. If you're an eat meat like myself, or plants, everything is here for free. In theory, most companies but it's all about to give back, and respect Mother Earth. It's about respecting Mother Earth and not throwing something away. And the Earth can be so beautiful. It is beautiful, but in some areas, actually, I traveled the world, and especially in Asia, it's terrible. In Africa, it's terrible, especially on the west coast of Africa. There's so much trash, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible.
So, Roland, do you have any idea about what the actual process is for trash and where it ends up? So, for example, we here in the States, there's 2 days a week, a Wednesday and Saturday where I am. You put your trash out the night before. It goes into the regular trash bin, and then they have the separate for recyclables, for paper, for plastic. They pick them up. But then where do they go? They go to a recycling center, I guess, or it goes into a landfill, I guess. But what about when the landfill's overflowing? I mean, where does it end up? In Africa?
It's depending. Yeah, all this electronics stuff is ending up in Africa. And when you, as I mentioned before, when you look at the west coast, like Senegal, Ghana, everything is poisoned. It's very toxic. The lakes are toxic. You cannot imagine how many acres of land are filled with electronics scrap that we have been used in Asia or in Europe or in America. Everything ends up there with all these batteries and all this toxic stuff of batteries. It's a nightmare in Africa. And also I know that America, Canada, and Europe exported plastic crap to, let's say, a little bit, how do you call it? I don't want to say corrupt. Maybe you have a different word. I don't know. But I don't want to say corrupt. Governments in Asia who imported that and they made a hell of money out, but they didn't recycle it. They didn't recycle it. They just throw it into the sea and made a hell of money. Or when you look in Italy, we all know that there are, let's call it, some families who organize all this trash and garbage. And yeah, it's big money in. It's big money, like in everything. It's big money in, and the owners of these companies, they give a shit. So what they do is they bring it to countries where they're less democratic, where people need the money and whatever. So yeah, and people here in Europe and in the US think everything is fine. No, it's not fine. It's not fine. So what we do is we just shift it to other areas, because we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. That's what we are doing.
Yeah, we just close our eyes and act like it's not really there.
Yeah, but it is. And the point is, it's coming back. When you buy fish from the ocean or salt water from the ocean, you get a plastic bag on your table.
Yeah, and by the way, you also get plastic parts in your fish sometimes too. We've done stories about that with Simon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the fish, in the sea salt, wherever you did, yeah. The microplastic is coming. It's coming back.
So, what would you say, in addition to the issue with trash and recycling and all that, what are some other issues that we as humans can really get involved with? And one thing that's coming to mind, I'm just going to mention the brand, but Tower Garden, Juice Plus, growing your own vegetables.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of when possible, grow your own stuff. If possible, is the best way. And the second best way is buy local. Buy local. Why do you have to import grapes from South America or whatever from wherever? So I'm a huge fan of buying local. So first of all, support local farmers, small local farmers. That's the first thing. And secondly, you avoid a lot of transport costs, and not only costs, but all this pollution, because when the ship or this airplane or whatever is going, or this truck, it's polluting. Yeah, it's polluting the environment. That's no doubt on that. So the best impact you can have on the environment is choose your food wisely, meaning choose your food from your local area. That's the best way you can do. The best way to do. Short transportation is much less polluting the air. That's what I highly request. Choose wisely what you eat, because we eat every day. Man, you buy a smartphone. I don't know. You don't buy it every day. Most people. Maybe you're an influencer in China. That's a little bit different. But most I buy them when they're broken. So every 4 or 5 years, I buy a new smartphone. So, but I choose every day what I'm eating. So eating habits has the largest impact what you can do. And choose wisely.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, on that note, you and I are all about intermittent fasting. If we're eating fewer meals, that's helpful as well, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. You're eating less and you're gassing less. Yeah.
Showering less?
Showering. Well, showering less. I mean, I shower too, but of course I shower. But what I do is, especially, when both people know it, or when you live in a mountain like myself, you put on the water, get wet, close it, soap or whatever use, open it again, close it. You're not standing in the shower for minutes and minutes, and the water's running down. You're wasting the water. Or do you really have to wash your car every week with clean water, which most of it with clean drinking water? So actually, we can do something to save resources. Absolutely, and I'm a huge fan of that. And of course I drive this huge motorhome. I know it takes a lot of gasoline to drive it, but we had this conversation last year, like JACALYN. When I park, and when I need some food or wash my stuff, I walk. I take my dog and I walk half an hour to a market, because it's healthy. I get my workout. My dog gets a work. And I'm not burning any gasoline. So I walk a lot. I do walk a lot, because I combine it with my dog walk and my workout. So we can do a lot. It's easy. And to be honest, it's not a rocket science. When we talk about environment, I mean, I don't have a degree in environment. I don't have a PhD or something like that. But I use my common sense. And actually, we should use much more my common sense. That's what we should do. I love that common sense. I have a story, Dr. Tickler. Last week, I met a crazy guy. That's this crazy guy. He is building huge motorhomes. Actually exhibition motorhomes. His trucks, the cabin, and it's all natural. So they made it out of how you call this tree? Give me a second. How you call it? Swiss stone pine. Swiss stone pine. It's a special wood, smells incredible good, has an amazing energy, and it's anti-inflammatory. So everything inside is made of this tree, Swiss stone pine, we call it, Swiss stone pine. Everything. So even and also to get protection from the heat or from the cold, it's lamp wool. So everything is natural. It's an amazing product. And to be honest, it's my new goal to buy one in 4 or 5 years, one of these. But and this guy is very clever. It's a good businessman. He's taking care about the environment. He's making a hell of money. He's always inventing new stuff. And he gave me his business card. His name is Christian Schatzmeister. And besides his name, it says MH. And I said, what's MH? Yeah, MH. And is this a new degree, a new master of it? And I said, MH means M, mit, and H is Hausverstand. It means mit Hausverstand. In English, this means with common sense. So he didn't finish any universities, but he has a title in common sense, and I love this. And I guess we all have to use our common sense, and don't think so complicated. Just use our common sense. Where is the stuff? What you're eating? What you're buying? What you do? Where is it coming from? It's from far away. Don't buy it, because when it's from far away, you're polluting the environment. Because how it's coming here, it's coming by airplane, by ship, by truck, and it's all about common sense and not being too complicated.
And I like the fact that you shared about walking. I think also where I live, I'm able to get pretty much anywhere in 5 minutes. So if you pick a location where you're living where everything that you need is literally in walking distance, because I've walked, I can just walk. It's 2 miles one way, 2 miles the other way. You can't do that every day, obviously. But when you do it, it's such a good feeling too, to know that you just use your own body, your own empowerment to get where you have to go.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when I do shopping, I only buy what I do need. I don't buy any crap. I don't buy any, when we talk about food, processed food or stuff like that. So I buy everything fresh. So yeah, it's all about making the right decisions. It's all about making the right decisions. And we what I don't like the chocolate is, this theory discussion. We have to do this and that. It always starts with ourselves. It always starts with ourselves. How do we consume? Do we have to buy once in a while a new car, every once in a while a new TV set? Do we change our clothes all the time, buying something new? No, we don't need to. But the commercials, the advertising tell us we have to, because they want to run the business, but we don't have to. And I don't know. I live in a motorhome. There's not much space, so I only buy something new when something else is broken. I give it away. So I'm not consuming that much. I only buy a new shirt or a new, whatever, running shoe. I got new running shoes yesterday. I bought new ones because the other ones are broken after 1.5 years. So I consume less. I have to invest less time in about taking care about my stuff. Actually, I have to work less because I need less money to buy all this stuff. So it has a very positive effect. We talked about, the show before about work-life balance. You get a good work-life balance when you consume less, because you have to make less money.
Yeah, it's very true. And I think also for some of us, we're looking at things. What is wealth? What is health? It's getting up in the morning. It's having full use of all of your faculties, being able to see and walk and feel your heartbeat, be able to breathe, because some people are struggling on all levels with just any one of them, if not more. And so when we have the ability to use our brain and to use our common sense and to make good choices, I think that serves for us being a role model or a leader for other people who will follow. I mean, you've done beach cleanings. How many times have you gone and picked up trash at various places?
Countless. And I do it also here. When I walk in the forest, I always have a little bag with me. And when I see something, I just bend down and collect it. And I go to the next trash cup and bring it there. So why not? Yeah, you can always do something. And again, it's not about these big things. We don't have to make meetings or whatever project about doing. It's the small step. And I guess we are 9 billion people on the world. If one single one is picking up one piece every day, it's 9 billion pieces a day. And that's we have to understand, that everybody takes responsibility and doing a little bit. It's not about this huge thing. It's about doing a little bit every single day. And at the end, it's a tremendous game changer. And that's how I see myself as becoming a role model. I'm not a preacher. I don't want to preach something. I want to tell people I do it on a daily basis, everything a little bit. And to be honest, I'm not a saint, not at all, but I try my best every single day, and using my common sense.
And do you ever get any pushback or feedback from people just asking you, why are you doing that? What are you doing?
Yeah, of course. Most people say cool, but it don't help me. Some people say, "Why are you doing that? That's not your trash." Said, "Yeah, that's true. It's not mine, but it's my environment. I walk here, and when I walk here at this forest or this beach or whatever where I am at the moment, I want to see it clean, and I can be annoyed because somebody else throw it away, or I just bend down and bring it away. It's about making choices."
And what do you think about energy conservation? What do you think about solar, wind, alternative energy sources? Is this a good way to move forward, or just the thing of the day?
On the first side, yeah, it looks good, but on the second, no, because we had these discussions and I did a lot of research about that. This wind parks, I know it's destroying more. It's actually the intention was to respect Mother Earth and to protect the environment, but it's the other way around. It's just destroying the environment because they're building this huge turbines. The fundament is amazing big. They never build it back again. It will always stay in the ground. It's killing many animals. The windmill itself, it's very toxic. This is a toxic material, so you cannot burn it. You can do nothing. What they do is they dig huge holes and put it in on Earth because every 10 years you have to change it. No, not. It's more destroying than doing. To be honest, I'm not a fan of this green environment. It's all greenwashing because I have been too long in the corporate world and I understand politics, and it's never about the environment. It's all about making profit. So they do greenwashing when they can increase costs or decrease costs or increase their profits or their sales. That's all going in the world, right? It's all about business. It's all about business. Every day I look, and I'm sorry, I don't want to paint black and white, but it is like it is. Yeah, money drives this world, and that's the thing. So we have to change it. We don't have to wait until government is doing something or the government politics is doing something. We have to do it by our own self. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to save us. We have to take a responsibility. And just in our area where we live, or maybe we go there for vacation, we clean up. That's all we can do. It's not about arguing. It's not about protesting or stuff like that. This Friday for Future. I don't know. Have you this? We had this in Europe for before the pandemic came. Friday for Future. So kids didn't go to school. They're protesting every Friday instead of going to school. I don't think about this thousand and 100,000 of kids on the street every Friday in Europe, in every major city. If they would go out on the beach or in the forest and clean it, that would have been an impact. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think that's something that we've done here. But we do see here on many of the college campuses, there's been protests for other reasons and young people expressing themselves. And I know in some places they've been arrested or the campuses have been shut down temporarily. We do have the freedom to speech, right? It's freedom to speech to be able to express ourselves. And so I think just you and I being here today, expressing ourselves about things we can do to clean up the planet, there might be people who completely disagree with what we're saying, right? And just say, stop talking about it and let the kids come and pick it up. But I think if across all the generations, if we have that mindset that we're here to bring value, we're here to serve, we're here to help one another, then together we can have a strong voice and a strong impact.
Absolutely. But again, for me, it's more the action than the talking. I'm not a fan of protest because we say, in German, we say demonstration. And in the demonstration, it means the demon shows up. So I don't believe in demonstrating. I believe more in taking self-responsibility and taking action and do something, not just going on the street and shouting out something. No, I don't believe in this. It's all about starting in your local area and change whatever you don't like. Change it. Don't talk. Do. I know so many young people as students, and I never understood it when I was a student. When I was young, I never understood my fellows. They always had this discussion and debating hours and hours and hours. And I said, why the fuck are you doing something? You're just talking. And why the fuck are you talking what happens in Africa? Why don't you talk about what's happening in your neighborhood and change it and support the poorest ones in your neighborhood? I don't understand this concept, but it's all about talking without doing. And like in politics. Yeah, and that's what most people do, especially kids and students. They're more talkers. And that's what I love. This my new friend and this business guy says, my title is not an MBA, it's with common sense. That's what we need. We need more common sense.
And that's not something that you can go and buy, right? It's not something that you can, it's something that's innate. It's intuitive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's open your eyes, look and open your eyes and see, and it's less about believing what you see on TV or on a newspaper. It's about making your own experience. Go there and have a look. Have a look. Is it true what they're telling you? And why are you telling it? People think they have an own opinion. No, they're just repeating what they hear or read. And that's not true. So people are just repeating what they see on a TV set, or what a politician is talking, or a priest is talking, or whatever it is. No, they're just repeating. Make your own experience. Go there and see. I was traveling the world, and there was many parts in the world, and I saw it. I saw everything. I made then I made my own conclusions. Yeah, I remember I was in Africa when Ebola was there, and I saw people falling down and dying on the street. Then came the pandemic. Everybody was crazy. I didn't see anyone dying on the street. That's why I didn't wear any mask and I didn't go for the vaccine, because it was a fucking lie. I didn't see anyone dying on the street, but I saw thousands of people dying in Ebola in Africa. And I said, oh, that's scary. That's something different. So I make my own. I want to make my own pictures. I don't believe anything in newspapers or on a TV set. Expect on USA Global TV and Radio, because we are not sponsored by anyone. So it's making your own experience and open your eyes and talk to people there. Talk to the people. Talk to the people. And get your own experience. And that's education. That's why I see myself as a world traveler. It's not about hanging around in a pool and nipping on some cocktails. It's about talk to the people.
That's a good one. That is really a good one.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it. I love it. Well, my friend, I know that you have a big day, big night planned for you, and we're going to be closing out a little early today. What would you like to leave our audience with as we close out this episode of the Planet Earth Show?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you listen to us, maybe you have been triggered by my words. That's okay for you, but it's also okay for me. If you want to change something and you don't have any idea how to do the first step, you're more than welcome to contact me. Send me an email, office@rolandfriedl.com. But the first step is just Google. Where's something in your area where you can support whatever it is. You support any communities doing something, the beach cleaning, or support homeless people, or educate kids voluntary in school about respecting Mother Earth or whatever. There's always an option to do something voluntary and it's so fruitful. It's so fruitful to give back. So it's more about giving than receiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Roland. And we have your contact information here on the screen, but for people who can't read it, what's the best way to reach out to you, and who would you like to reach out?
Yeah, my email address is office@rolandfriedl.com. I spell it office, I guess it's clear, at Roland Friedl. I will spell it for you guys. It's ROLANDFRIEDL, rolandfriedl.com, office@rolandfriedl.com. Send me an email. Who wants to reach out to me? Everyone who wants to share his story. Actually, it's all about sharing, caring, and connecting and networking. You're more than welcome. I always say you don't have to have an issue to contact me. Just feel free to contact me. I'm always eager to learn new people and get in contact with new ideas and learn from you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Roland. Enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, Dr. JACALYN. Bye-bye. All the best.
Bye. Please do reach out to Roland. He really is a great human being and a great friend. And you can find him on LinkedIn as well as all the social media platforms. Well, that concludes our show for now. We're coming back with the listening mentor and Caroline Heward, and we're going to be discussing how when life gets challenging, it's difficult to listen. So if you think about when you've been going through a hard time and somebody wants to come and share something with you, it's hard to get out of our own heads to be there for someone else. So we're going to give some tips and some insights about how you can do that to be a better listener. All right, we're going to conclude now. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Bye. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes. Building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had a trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I find I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school, this class is the best, this is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.